Okay, so let's get serious. I'm going to tell you a secret at this point. Um, for this strategy, for this branding strategy, I have implemented about a part for my brand so far. I haven't had the time to implement the full strategy for a while now. And I want to tell you that despite the fact that I've only implemented a part of this strategy, it has actually really helped me in converting followers to customers. If you're familiar with my social media pages, I have barely 3,000 followers on both on TikTok and Instagram. And despite my small following, I've been able to convert a lot of followers to buying customers. Okay, I have a lot of buying customers despite my small following, and this is what you want to be aiming for as a brand. It is good to have followers, but it's even better to have buying customers. So I'm confident by the time you implement this full strategy that I'm going to be teaching you in this bootcamp, it's going to be a real turning point for your brand. It's going to bring in a lot of buying customers for you. You'll be able to convert your followers to your customers as well, because we're all about building trust. We're all about having that emotional connection with your target market. So, and if you feel like at any point in this boot camp you feel stuck about anything, and then you feel like it is becoming overwhelming, you have expert support available to you for 6 months after taking this boot camp. And you will also be able to access the community for expert brand owners, for powerful brand owners like yourself. You'll be able to share ideas in the community, gain clarity and all. So if you feel like at any point it's getting overwhelming, you do not need to worry. You just reach out to me through messaging or whatever channel, and I'll be able to respond to you as promptly as possible. So now let's get started without wasting too much time. So just like I mentioned, we're trying to build a home for your customers. Okay, so I'm going to approach the scope of this strategy from the point of view of building a home for your customers. So the first thing you want to think about when you're trying to build a home or you're trying to build a house is to lay a strong foundation, and this is where we're going to get started. It is very important for you to have a strong foundation for your brand strategy in order to attract your target audience. Laying the groundwork is very crucial and you need to do it early. But you do not need to worry if you already have an existing brand. I know a lot of existing brands are here in the bootcamp to see how they can improve their brand. This strategy is going to work for you whether you are just starting out your skincare brand or you already have an existing brand. This will help you to launch your business successfully. And if you already have a brand, it will help you to relaunch or it will help you to rebrand. You don't have to relaunch or anything. You can still implement all of the strategy subtly. Okay, so let's get into it. So when you're trying to build a strategy for your brand, the one thing that is very important is for you to be able to capture the attention of your audience so that you are getting it off the ground and you are able to build a healthy pipeline for your business. So, and in order to get this strong foundation, you want to make sure that you have all of the right information to attract your customers. You are going to create a visual effect, a unique visuals, strong messaging, and a clear vision. And when this is where branding comes in. This is basically branding. Okay, I know for a lot of people when they think about branding, they think about their brand logo, they think about the color palette and all of these things. That is your brand identity, quite all right. But the scope of branding is much more than having a logo or something. It is actually deeply rooted in positioning, and then you use elements such as your logo and other elements to show your positioning, to identify your brand. Is going to represent your brand out there. Your brand identity elements are representing your brand positioning. So you want to make sure that you're already positioning your brand properly from the get-go. Now let's look at how you can create a brand strategy that is powerful and is able to convert your followers into buying customers. Okay, the first thing you want to do in order to lay a strong foundation for yourself is understand the market you are trying to enter or you already are in. You want to make sure you have all of the right information about the market. When I was speaking to before this boot camp, I interviewed a few brand owners and I learned about so many things. Again, to the brand owners that gladly has accepted my interview, I'm so grateful to them because it actually gave me a lot of insight into their business operations. I was able to understand their struggles and all. So, but let me talk. I want to highlight a specific thing. When I asked them about their target audience or who they are serving, I got answers like someone that has oily skin, women that are struggling with oily and acne prone skin. Now, why this is a great information, why this is a good information, it is on a surface level. Okay, so you want to make sure you understand your target audience on a deeper level. You want to understand their behavior. You want to make understand the way they think. What are the things they value? What are their priorities in life? These are all of the things you need to effectively sell to them. we're trying to we're trying to connect to your target audience on an emotional level, not just on a surface level of trying to sell to them. You want them to see your brand as the best solution to their issues, to their pain points. And you are only able to do this with effective market research. Okay, so now let's get into market research. What is it all about? I know you've heard about market research before. It's probably not going to be a new thing to you. So, and it sounds boring, market research. It feels like it's very easy for you to skip market research because it can be a bit twisted. So, but I have tried to create something for you here that you are able to work with, that you're able to get result from. The scope of market research is wider than what I'm going to be teaching you here. But right now, I'm trying to give you something that is hands-on, that you can work with, that can still guarantee you results. So, and when it comes to market research, there are several areas you have to research. You have to research your target audience. You have to research your competitors. You have to become a spy at this point, okay? You want to make sure that you learn about their business as much as you can. What are they offering? What kind of products are they offering? You need to evaluate the product itself. You need to evaluate their sales, their marketing, as well as their pricing strategy. I'm going to break it down for you. You're going to see how to do that. It's going to get interesting. Also, you want to make sure you are aware of the trends in the market because when it comes to the beauty market, nothing is as ever changing as the trends out there. I know you're familiar. If you're already in the market, if you're familiar with the market already, you know that new trends keep coming up. 2024 up until now, there's been rave about K beauty. Everybody wants a glass skin. That is a trend. There is a rave about milky toners. That is a trend. So you want to make sure that you know about the trends in the market for you to even stand a chance because you have the big brands out there doing all of this, hopping on every trend that they can in order to attract their customers, and then there is you that is just making surface level products that is not even trying to be out there. I don't know how you want to do well for yourself at that point. So you want to make sure that you understand the trends on the market. You want to analyze the beauty market to gain deep insight. You need to understand your target audience, just like I mentioned, so that you are able to pitch your products to them, and you will be able to create products that are innovative and that will be able to match their evolving needs when you are aware of the trends on the market. Now, the purpose of market research at the end of the day is you are trying to carve a space for yourself in the market, and this is where niching comes in. This is how you define a niche for yourself. So, when it comes to well rounded research, we're going to start by researching this target audience. The skincare market is quite vast, okay, and it is constantly evolving, like the needs keep changing. Last year it was something else, this year it is something else, next year it will probably be something new, okay? So, you want to keep yourself updated, and that is why you need to keep up with the trends out there. So for the ever evolving market, this is where you will see that it is a very wrong approach for you to try and sell to everyone. When they ask you what do you do or what does your brand sell, you say you sell products that is targeted to all skin types, or that is for everyone. You want to make products that is for everyone. That is very wrong, because in this day and age, personalized solutions are the ones that are converting for brands. And it is very realistic. It is actually very understandable, because different segments of the market requires different solutions. The kind of products that your children will use, that is good for your children, or that your children requires, is different from the kind of products that you require as an adult. So there is really no sense behind saying you're going to make a product that is fit both for both babies and adults. No, it doesn't work that way. For example, the baby skin is sensitive, and adult skin is probably struggling with acne. Are you going to say, I want to create a product that is going to serve both? It is going to be almost impossible. One of those segment, or one of those target audience, will end up being dissatisfied with that particular product. And that is why you need to personalize your solutions, personalize your product, niche down, try to identify a space for yourself in the market and serve those people. Do not try to serve everybody. When you try to sell to everyone, you end up relating to no one. Nobody will buy your product. So in order to define a clear segment for yourself in the market, I'm going to give you a breakdown step by step on how to research your audience. So for this, just like I mentioned, a lot goes into researching market research extensively, but I'm going to give you a working guide. Okay, something that is hands on, something that is also able to work for you, that you can also get the results that you are trying to get in the market. Now, when it comes to the beauty and personal care industry, we have the hair care, we have the skincare, we have the color cosmetics, those are the makeup, we have the perfumes. You want to make sure you identify a segment for yourself in the market. If you are just starting out or you're trying to grow, you have no business trying to serve multiple categories at this point. Stick to one category for now. Do you want to do skincare, or do you want to do hair care? Now, you're not even doing the whole skincare, okay? You're still going to niche down more. So, you want to be as specific as possible. You can still grow your brand eventually. You can still incorporate other categories eventually when your brand has grown and has that potential to cater to the different industry. So, but for now, is it hair care or is it skincare? You need to pick one. So once you identify the segment, the category that you want to explore in the beauty industry, the next thing is for you to learn about that category. What is the potential out there for that particular category? Okay, so there is potential for a lot of, for both categories. We have people that are needing skincare, that are needing hair care. For the skincare category alone, it occupies 30% of the industry, and for hair care, 25% of the industry, or if you are venturing into other categories as well. Now, how do you research this category? You want to make sure that whatever segment of the skincare or hair care market you are venturing into, you want to make sure that there are actually audiences that need products in that segment or in that category. And how you will identify this is as through a simple Google search. So I want you to understand how this is able to work. Okay, when I have a problem, or when I have something that I'm trying to figure out, the first thing I would likely think of is to do a Google search, a quick Google search. How do I do this? How do I fix my skin problem? I have oily skin. How do I take care of this? It is actually one of the common ways for people to get information about a particular problem. So when you do a Google search yourself, you'll be able to see what the kind of people you're trying to serve are searching for. You'll be able to see what they are saying they need. Right now, you're trying to understand what they say they need. So let's do a quick Google search. I'm going to show you how this is going to help you. Okay, so but before I go to do the Google search, I also want to introduce you to the Google Ad Keyword Planner. This is a good tool for you to understand the search volume, how many people are searching for this particular keyword. It's going to give you insight into that. You're also going to gain insight into the overall change as well as the competition. I'm going to show you that as well. So here you'll be able to know whether a lot of people are searching for this or not. I mean, if 2 to 3 people or 10 people or even 100 people are searching for something monthly, then it's really not worth you investing in, especially as a small brand. You want to make sure that you are getting into a segment where there are a lot of people asking for the same solution. So a keyword planner is going to give you insight into this. You don't want to say, oh, I have skin problems. I have acne. I have acne. I used to have acne. I used to struggle with acne. And I know a few people around me that has acne. I'm just going to make a skincare brand that targets acne prone skin. This is going to backfire in so many ways. Okay, I'm speaking from personal experience. It is not because there are not people that need this product, but it is because you are not properly confirming that a lot of people are actually struggling with this. So when you do this step, it's actually going to help you with that aspect. So you're trying to confirm that people actually need these things, and you also, once you identify that they do need it, you're also trying to confirm whether the competition out there is not already like over through the roof, is not already high. Because the higher the competition in the segment you are trying to enter, the more competitive it gets. And the more you will likely struggle to carve a space for yourself. So you have to know all of these things. You don't just, for example, if you're entering acne skincare generally, it's that part of the market, that segment of the market is saturated. But I wouldn't say you shouldn't serve people with acne. I wouldn't say you shouldn't create a brand for people with acne. You just need to know that the market is quite competitive. Okay, so let's get started. All right, now, so I'm going to show you the power of a simple Google search. Okay, so do not mind my suggestion. I've actually searched for a lot of things, so it might be looking. Okay, so let's just get into it. Okay, so right now I'm going to pick the skincare part of the market. Right now I'm going to try searching skincare, and let's see what comes up. So from these results, there are actually so many things. There is skincare Abuja. This has to do with location, skincare logo, skincare product images. You can see the suggestion. We're trying to actually look at the suggestions. Okay, we're not trying to do a complete search. We're trying to look at the suggestions that comes up. So this suggestion is still looking a bit vague. We can see that there are quite a number of people that are searching for skincare in Abuja, skincare brands, skincare products in Nigeria, skincare store. People need skincare. It's like an everyday thing, okay? So let's do skincare for. Skincare for to identify the kind of people that are searching for skincare. See, skincare for men. Skincare for men. If you do not have a product line that is targeting men, this is telling you that a lot of people are searching. A lot of men also want to do skincare. Okay? Skincare for dark skin. People are beginning to understand that um they cannot use a generic product, but they have to use a product that is personalized. And that is why this particular search keyword is coming up. People are searching for skincare that fits their skin color. Skincare for women, skincare for dark skin men. You can see how this is very specific. Skincare for oily face, skincare for oily skin, skincare for beginners. I You just write all of this down. See, skincare for teens. Even people are looking for products for teens now. There is this trend of brands coming up that are targeting teens. I don't know if there is a lot of speculation about it on online about whether it is something that is appropriate, that is morally appropriate or not. But let's just know it is coming up. Okay, if you if you have plans to explore that segment of the market. Skincare for black skin. Let's see, this is just popping up, this is coming up, and this is good. This is a very good starting point. So, from all of these suggestions, you can write down a few ones that you can start with. You can also make it even more specific. For example, this skincare for oily face or skincare for oily skin, skincare for beginners. Let's try and still pick one. Let's do skincare for women is quite broad. See, even more. This is why you need to do a Google search. Okay. See, skincare for women over 50, over 40, over 60, over 30, over 40. skincare for women of color, you can see that people are looking for personalized solutions. This is giving you a great insight. A simple Google search will give you a great insight. So you can, these are segments of the market already that you are seeing. There is a segment for people in their 50s, their 40s, they belong to a particular segment. People in their 30s, a particular segment. This is based on the skincare for women of color. This is based on ethnicity. So people are also looking for tailored solutions to their skin color or to their ethnic skin. So this is the power of a Google search. This is something that would really help you. All right, so when it comes to Google Ad Keyword Planner, you need to have a Google Ad account. If you don't have one, you need to open one. It is worth it. Trust me. I specifically opened this Google Ad Planner to help with my market research. So it's a great tool for your market research. So all you need to do is log in into your Google Ad and go to planning, and then under planning you see the Google Ad Planner, the keyword planner, sorry. So you want to come here, discover new keywords. So from our Google search earlier, we're able to identify a segment of the market that we want to explore. You write down a few keywords that you want to explore more. So let's think about exploring. Let's do skincare for women, the one we explored earlier, so that we can see what people are searching for. Skincare for women. I can also add more keywords. Skincare for women in their 30s. You can do a multiple search at once. In their 30s, in their 40s, skincare. Sorry, I'm a bit, a bit slow when it comes to typing. Skincare for women in their god, in their 40s. Okay, so let's just stop here. So you also be able to set your location. Right now I'm in Nigeria, and if I'm starting a brand, I'll probably start by focusing on targeting people in this location. So you can change your location if you are in a different country, and then you come here, get results. Let's see the kind of results that will pop up. So, and right here we have our results based on these keywords that we actually search for. So one thing about the Google Ad Planner is actually going to give you insight into the keywords you search for, and then the relevant keywords that people are also searching for in that category. I'm trying to get this to come up so that I can show you um something full. It looks like, I don't know why it is. Okay, so let me just try to show you what I want to show you. So when it comes to researching, I want to make sure you're seeing this clearly. So let's see the keywords that I searched for. I searched for keywords provided skincare for women in their 30s, in their 40s. You can see the search volume. See, average monthly searches. These are the average number of people that are searching for this thing on a monthly basis. 10 to 100 on a monthly basis is still quite on the high side. Okay, it's still good on a monthly basis. And then there's the change in 3 months. You can see the change in 3 months, it hasn't changed much. It means that people continue to search for this on a regular basis, and it's not really changing much. It is quite steady, and then the competition is low. But now let's take a look at other keyword ideas that are relating to that, because it might not necessarily be that that is exactly how people are searching. So now let's look at this face cream for women. You can see the change, it has reduced drastically by 90% over 3 months, and the competition is quite high. A lot of people are marketing or selling products or are posting about face cream for women. Best wrinkle cream for women, best face serum for women, wrinkle cream for women. You can see skincare products for women, 10 to 100. This is quite reasonable. The change over the course of 3 months is 0%. It means that it's steady. People are constantly searching, and the competition is high. There are a lot of people that are offering skincare products for women. So let's try to look at the ones that are kind of niche down. Anti wrinkle cream for women, the average monthly search is quite reasonable. It hasn't changed much in the past 3 months, and the competition is high. If you're trying to sell an anti-wrinkle cream, you have a lot of people to compete with. Okay, so face cream for dry skin female. This is based on skin type. You can see how this thing can give you insight, the level of insights that you do not know you even need to know about. So it is not only about their age range, it also has to do with the skin type that they have. Skin type is very important as well. So I don't want to waste too much time, but this is how this tool can give you great insight about the market that you are trying to enter. So this is how the keyword ad planner is going to work for you. Now we know how to search for what your customers are asking for. You are now able to identify a few things that they say they want. This is the part where you decide, or where you try to figure out what they say they want. So at this point, from your Google search and from both your Google search and from your um Google Ad Planner search, I want you to write down a few words that you feel like, a few keywords that you would like to research on further. You can write out a few ones, and then we'll get to that part where you're able to segment this category so that you are able to pick a niche for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to move on to the next aspect, which is about segmenting the market so that you can identify a niche for yourself.